Hello, my beautiful warriors. I'm wygowarrior, aka Julie, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for being here. WYGO stands for When You Get Old. Today I thought it'd be fun to play with the products I received in my 2024 Beautylish Lucky Bag. If you missed my unboxing, I will link it in the eye above. Alright, before I put any makeup on my face, what I need to do is some swatches. I have 3 different eyeshadow products, and I need to figure out which colors would work well together in order to get all of them on my face at the same time. I also will be doing something I never ever do, and that is applying eyeshadow first. The DANESSA MYRICKS Lightwork 5 palette is very sparkly, glittery, and could have some fallout, and I am too old to be walking around with glitter on my cheeks. Eyeshadow palette number 1. This here is from VISEART, and it's the Fleurette Amour palette. And this is what the swatches look like. It is a very, what do you call that? Lavender, soft purple kind of palette. My lights are probably washing everything out, but it is beautiful. The second eyeshadow product we have are 2 eyeshadow sticks from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Eye Enhancing Beauty Secrets Kit. These here are the color Chameleon shadow sticks. I have 2 shades. The first is in Smoky Pillow Talk, and then the second one is in the original Pillow Talk. Here is Smoky Pillow Talk, and this one is original Pillow Talk. The third eyeshadow product is from DANESSA MYRICKS. This is the Lightwork 5 palette. I am sure you've seen this palette numerous times when it launched with a full set of swatches. I'm not going to be swatching everything, but I will share the swatches that I thought would go well with these other eyeshadow products. Those are down here, and I will share with you which ones those are. So I swatched this one, these 2, and these 3 down here. And I think that one. Anything that looked like it would go with kind of a mauvey, purpley pink look, that is what was on the back of my hand. From the VISEART Fleurette Amour palette, I'm going to be using the darkest matte shade and the darker of the shimmer shades. Later on, I will be using one or both of these blush shades. From the DANESSA MYRICKS palette, I will be using this shade here, which is called Unstoppable, and possibly this shade here, maybe in the inner corner. I don't know. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to use this one or not. I will also try to incorporate both of the Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon shadow sticks. And because I only had one matte shade that was within the color story I want to go with, I actually pulled another palette. This also is from VISEART. It is a neutral palette. Everything is matte in here. And I'm going to be possibly using one, if not both, of these 2 lightest shades here, just so I have something to put in the crease and possibly on my brow bone. Here is what the color story will look like. This is very cohesive to me, so selecting similar shades or shades that go well together from each of those brands, I think will produce a really pretty eye look. I was lucky enough to receive a brush from Sonia G in this year's bag. I'm super excited. This here is the Fundamental Worker M brush. So I'll be using this brush for most of this eye look. I'm going to go into this shade here, which is kind of a soft, peachy, nude shade. It's very similar to my skin tone. I'm just going to lay it down so that all of the other shadows have something to sit on top of. It also will help cover my hyperpigmentation slightly. Alright, I'm going to take the other side of the brush and just dip into this, what on camera looks white. It's kind of a bone off-white. I'm just going to take this slightly into the brow bone area and just have it in place so that I can blend down in case any of the other shadows end up top. All right, I'm just going to wipe off whatever shadows remaining on that brush. This is a dry makeup wipe actually. And now I'm going to be going into the VISEART palette that I received in this year's Lucky Bag. So let's go into this shade here, and that picks up beautifully. If you haven't tried shadows from VISEART, they're very soft, they're very creamy, and they blend out beautifully. So let's get a little on the outer portion here and just blend whatever remains kind of towards the center. I originally thought this shade would be too dark to use kind of in the crease, but it did blend out. So I'm going to go back in and first get rid of that eyelash and repeat because I want to deepen up this outer area. Although I just remembered I could deepen it up using that Charlotte Tilbury smoky pillow talk crayon because that was quite dark. Alright, I like building that up. I'm going to go back in just on the tip and use that to get, oh wait, hold on. Abort. I just remembered I haven't put the rest of my makeup on, so I guess I will do underneath my eyes after I get my foundation and concealer on. Alright, so now that I have a little extra product, I'm just going to tap a little extra on and blend. Alright, let's move on to some of those Charlotte Tilbury sticks. Alright, so here we have the Color Chameleon in the Smoky Pillow Talk. Why do I have glitter already under my eyes when I haven't even used anything with glitter? I think there's some on my fingers from when I did swatches. Alright, how do I want to do this? Let's just put a little there. Now the question is, will this blend out? Or is it more like an eyeliner? I guess that did a little something. I don't want to go in too heavy-handed because when I was doing the first set of swatches, I wanted to wipe away so I could do the more condensed version. And the Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleons, they didn't come off. Well, granted, I didn't scrub them really hard, but just a swipe across, they remained. So that's a good thing if you want to use these, that they will stay all day. But I don't want to put something in a weird spot and then regret it. But let me just come up a little more, almost like I'm doing a winged eye look. And quickly grab the brush and let's see if it will blend over slightly. I would say they don't blend, or at least that shade doesn't blend super easily. It functions to me, granted this is the first try on impression test out, but it seems more like an eyeliner where it kind of stays where it is. You can smudge it a little bit, but it's not like a liquid eyeshadow where you can kind of smear it everywhere. But I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go into this shade here called Unstoppable, and using a different brush. This is from Repher. It's the 02. And the question is, how will this do on a brush versus a finger versus a brush that's sprayed with a setting spray? This is just a dry brush, and let's see how it does. Okay, it's very light, which right up my alley. But let's go in on the other side and we'll use a finger just so we can see the difference. Not much. It's also less dark. Alright, let's do this. Let's try the third option, which is to take a setting spray and let's see how it works if the brush is wet. Oh, much, much, much better payoff. Alright. Now, when I was doing my swatches, the shimmer shade that impressed me the most was this one from VISEART. I thought for sure it'd be one from DANESSA MYRICKS, but this is a beautiful, beautiful shimmer shade. I'm going to take this with my finger and get it in the center here. That is right up my alley. It's a nice kind of cool toned, pinky, I don't know, purple or mauve-y goodness. This shade is the type I'm always drawn to. All right, I'm gonna clean up the edges here and pray that I can apply my foundation properly and not mess up the eye look, because I pounce with a sponge and I always go over my eyes. So I just need to make sure my rote behavior isn't to smush foundation over my completed eye look. All right, BRB. All right, I'm back with foundation, concealer, and contour bronzer. Let's give these interesting to me shades of blush a try from the VISEART palette. This first one is very kind of corally pink, and this is very, very purple, and I've never used a purple blush before, and I usually try not to use corals, just they're not really in my wheelhouse for my undertones. But I just dipped into both of those, and let's hope they aren't overly pigmented. Okay, not as scary as I was thinking it would be. Is it my favorite color for blush? No, but it wasn't as neon or scary as I originally thought. All right, the next product I'm super excited to try. This was also in my Lucky Bag. This here is from NATASHA DENONA, and it's the Pastel Plex Glow Highlighter. This is what the packaging looks like. It is super adorable, and I don't know if we'll pick up on camera, but there is a beautiful imprint of ND for NATASHA DENONA all over the highlighter. Here it is swatched, so that will be beautiful. And I just realized I can use that to add to my brow bone. Let me know, have you used or tried any of these products? I was not disappointed, but not thoroughly like OMG from my box this year. That is very shimmery. It's just a little more golden than I like in a highlighter, but nothing the damp sponge that you use to apply your foundation can't help to kind of tame down and blend in with the blush. All right, let's go back to the eye look. First, I'm going to take the same brush I used for applying my highlighter and just get whatever's remaining on my brow bone. And then I think I want to deepen the outer portion just slightly. So I'm going to see if dipping back into this shade here from VISEART won't build up a little more and help, because the angle, I don't know. I wasn't thrilled with the Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon. I feel like that would bode better as like an eyeliner than trying to deepen your outer corner like I'm trying to do. It just didn't blend out very well, or user error. But let's just pack on a little more out here. All right, and now I'm going to go back into that same shade and get some underneath my lash line, just on the outer third here. Okay, so the big question is, where or how should I be using this Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon in Pillow Talk? Because I already have two shimmers, but let's see how it bodes in the inner corner maybe. It's a little darker than I would use in the inner corner. So let's try kind of on the top portion in the inner corner, like right there. Honestly, it's so similar to the other shades, it's not picking up. So maybe, or most definitely in the future, you don't need to mix all three of these brands because a lot of them are similar, but I did want to just get them all tested out in this one video and not have 3 separate, hey, let's do a try on of what I got in my Lucky Bag videos, because I know none of you are going to want to watch 3 separate videos, but it is pretty, and I definitely could see this being a beautiful kind of one and done. All right, let's be brave and go back into the DANESSA MYRICKS palette, and let's see. This shade here, which is called Protected. It is looking white in the pan, but when it's on your skin, it's a very soft, shimmery lilac kind of purple. Let's add that on top of that Charlotte Tilbury in the inner corner so you can see, hopefully, how beautiful that is. Alright, I don't know if that was the best for me in the inner corner. So let's drag a little, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Alright, let's stop or else I will keep applying products to my eyes. Let me pop offline, finish up my eye look by touching up my mascara, adding eyeliner. Then I'll come back and use the lip product I received in my bag. Alright, I'm back with my eyeliner and mascara touch-ups. Let's move along to the last product I'll be doing in my try-on today. And that is this product here from RMS Beauty, which is the Liplights lip gloss. I received it in the shade Rhapsody. When I tried to do a swatch when I did my unboxing, I struggled to get the tiniest bit I shared. After I filmed, I tried to get more out to try it on. It's really hard. You have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. There we go. It's very thick. So I'm just going to dab a little bit on my finger. This is the type of product that I don't care for this packaging or application method. When you have to use your finger, or in an ideal world, probably grab a brush, do lip liner. That's just, I'm lazy. That's too much effort. So I'm just gonna take a little on my finger and pray I don't get it all over the place. I went in very, very light-handed. It's quite dark, but if you barely apply any, it does sheer out. I'm going to go back in with just a tad more so you can see how the color can build up. This is not my type of shade. To me, it's a little too dark, and then, goodness, I squirted out so much, but it's not going back into the tube. So that's going to make for a messy cap. I just swiped it off, and since it's on my finger, let's go in for a third time and see how much you can build this up. A lot. That is way too dark for me, and see how messy my hands are. This is why I prefer a lip product that comes with a doe foot, or worst case scenario, one of those kind of slanted bits where you can use it to apply to your lips when you have to use your finger. And this is way too brown undertones for me, which is not my jam, but I will take this brown over anything that's orange or red. It's also not going with the eye look very well. So I'm going to try to fix it by grabbing this gloss from Jeffree Star and hoping it just, you know, lightens it. I already feel 1,000 times better. All right, so here is the final look. What are your thoughts? Should I probably not have mixed every single type of eyeshadow into one look? Yeah, most definitely. But I do think the colors I selected do go very well together. Moving forward, now I'm just going to stick to either just the Charlotte Tilbury or just the VISEART. However, when it comes to the DANESSA MYRICKS, that is a shimmer only palette, so it will always have to pair with some other eyeshadow palette. I must say the favorite thing I used today has got to be from the VISEART palette. These two shades are beautiful together. I don't know that I will ever get into these kind of lilac shades. The blushes are okay, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to reach for this eyeshadow palette to use blushes. But these are gorgeous, and I know I'm going to like that one shimmer shade as well. The NATASHA DENONA highlighter, the formula is nice. It's just I'm not a super huge fan of highlighters with a gold shade, and this is leaning pretty gold, but it doesn't look horrible. Rave review, I know. I just know myself, and I probably won't reach for it very often, but it is nice in the sense where it has a nice glow and isn't emphasizing any texture on my skin. If you are in a hurry, I think these eyeshadow sticks are fantastic. I am enjoying the Pillow Talk a little more than the Smoky Pillow Talk shade, but I love a good light pinky rose gold kind of a shimmer. I'm wondering if the smoky one would work well as a like eyeliner. Oh, but it's lighter than my black, and I just ruined my eye look. Okay, don't do what I just did. What else did I try on today? Oh, the lip product, not for me. I want to say it kind of smells like chocolate or fake chocolate slightly. Isn't the smoothest, glossiest when you push your lips together, and definitely not my shade. So overall, I would say this year's Lucky Bag was okay. I wouldn't say it was horrible like the one I got 2 years ago. Ugh, don't even get me started. Last year's bag, I'm still gushing over how good that bag was. So this year I'd say was, yeah, I got my money's worth. I was happy, but not ecstatic. So that's where I am with that. Will I get next year's bag? Yeah, because I'm a sucker for spending a lot of money to be slightly disappointed. Also, I do beauty unboxings on my channel, so, you know, there's that. All right, I want to hear from you now. What did you think of this look? What did you think of the products that were in the 2024 Beautylish Lucky Bag? Have you seen anyone do their unboxing yet? A lot of boxes had the same products. There wasn't a lot of variety this year. Let me know if you agree with that assessment. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you're notified of future videos. And if you could do me a big favor, clicking the thumbs up, it really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.